trust on Radio 1.
Listen. Trust Radio 1 to bring you the best new music from across the UK and from around the world.
Trust us to be your guide to everything you need to know about music. This morning from 3 a.m.
One Extra's mixtape with Mr. Jam.
Mr. Jam is in the building. This morning from 5 a.m.
Raz Kwame.
It's heavy.
In new music we trust on Radio 1.
In new music we trust on Radio 1. Now, it's Saturday night, it's Radio 1, it's drum and bass time.
Many thanks to Westwood and Goldfinger. Getting ready for the D&B.
Beat, space and culture. It's the Fabio.
Radio 1. Radio 1.
Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1.
What they call soul food. They're soul brothers.
Forget most of you got going. Many kept going outside. You dig it?
All right.
Look how we got you on the soul road. We came to free your mind. It's easy how we do it natural. As we get close and deep and personal. Look how we got you on the sober road. We came to free your mind. It's easy how we do it natural. As we get close and deep and personal. Let the music live in your soul. Inside of your mind. You go for yours. Don't stop, don't pause while I go for mine. Deep in your mind. Way down inside of your heart. And the fire that's within set you apart. Let the music deep in your mind. Deep in your soul. Down inside of your heart. Close and deep and personal. Look how we got you on the sober road. We came to free your mind. It's easy how we do it natural. As we get close and deep and personal. Let the music deep in your soul. Inside of your mind.
Woo! Many thanks to Chris Goldfinger and the mighty Tim Westwood doing their thing for the urban cause each and every Saturday night. Wicked show. Kicking off tonight's show. By the way, it's drum and bass for the next 2 hours, in case you didn't know. And we are kicking off the show with a remix of a classic track. Soul Patrol, the Lensman remix, that is hot off the press. It's one of them ones. And we have got a power pack show. The show is so tight tonight. Real tight, real jam packed. We have got MC System, the man behind one of the big tracks of the year, Near Miss. He's basically come from nowhere and is absolutely blowing up right now. So we've got MC System in. We've got your charts, we've got the rewind track, and we've got some old school today. I just been frantically, over the last week, I've been frantically trying to get these tracks together. You know, so we've got a few tracks, well, we've got half the tracks is what you, the listener, have put forward to me. And thankfully, I've got quite a lot of the tunes that you've asked for. So we're going to do that in the second hour. We're going to do some old school business. It's going to be fantastic. Right? And then next year, we're going to do a proper 2 hours of old school. I promise you. Brand new from DJ Marky. A track entitled Give Me a Love. Lots of things to talk about. Been to a lot of places. A lot of things have been popping. So, there's a lot to get through, actually. We've also got some Facebook shouts coming up a little bit later. So it's all going on. So I'm just going to let you settle in and check the vibe out. Dragons out, Give Me a Love, DJ Marky, it's Fabio.
Been so long since I felt your touch. There's no way to some time. Feel the beating of your heart, whisper in my ear. Bring your body close to mine. So give me a love, 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 give me a love.
Crazy beeline on that. Marky and a track entitled Give Me Your Love. Wicked stuff. Right, so we have got the old school. The first half, or the second half of the show, will be old school. But I'm really interesting to see people's interpretations of old school. Because there was many kinds of old school. You got to remember there's old school jungle, like say, tunes like Burial and Incredible and those really big tunes, Renegade Snares, Lighter, Terrorist, all of those kind of tunes that were really familiar. And then you had the kind of Booker-me old school stuff like, you know, Old Good Looking, PFM, stuff like that, crazy stuff like that. And then you get old school people talking about Johnny L, Back to Your Roots, which is like 2-3 years ago. It's still old school, but we're going from the era, the 90s, really. So I'm looking forward to it, and we have got, as a precursor to the show, the Jungle Book, put together by a production team here, the wonderful Delisha, and the equally wonderful James. And, yeah, we've put together the Jungle Book. So just before we start the old school business, we're going to give you a definitive rundown of what jungle means and what jungle is. So that's all going on, and in betweenst all that, we've got MC System coming in to do his thing. We've got the chart. Have we got the charts this week? Yeah. We've got the charts. We've got it going on. And talking about old school, tonight I am doing the last set at AWOL in, of course, the Indigo Arena, which is in the O2 Arena. And that's Mickey Finn's night, the AWOL, and it's myself, Grooverider, Randall, all of those guys. I'm doing the last set in there, so straight after this, I'm shooting down there to do my thing. It's going to be a big, 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 big night. Now, check it out. You can check this track out. Studio Pressure. Forthcoming and Creative Source. Yeah. A track entitled Studio Pressure by my boy Soul Intent. That track is cracking off right now. Send that one out to the Grooverider. Yes, yes, yes. Big show last week, sir. D Minds up in the piece. Sounded good. And Saturday night, was it Saturday? Saturday night I was in Bulgaria. Last week Saturday. Went to a place called Sofia. Got to send a big shout going out to Martin Popov. Popov used to be a character in... You lot are way too young to remember that. Popeye. Can you remember Popov?
No, I meant Popeye.
Can you... No, not Popeye. No. Popov used to be a little rabbit on... Maybe I'm imagining it. I don't know. I'm sure he was. Listen, if any of my listeners, I doubt if any of you as old as me can remember Popov, he was a character, a little fictional puppet character in some show. And the night before that, I was in Skegness. Went to the Butlins. They had a thing at Butlins, man, weekender. They're twice as nice in one room. I saw Westwood. Ironic was playing, and he actually played. Half of his set was jungle, like old school jungle, man. I had a wicked time. He actually played a wicked set. Right, we have got MC System coming up real soon. If you don't know who MC System is, he's done a track called Near Miss. One of the big tracks of the year. A track that's been absolutely smashing it. And to be honest with you, I don't really know a lot about the cat, so it's great when it's like that, so I can ask him loads of questions and it's not going to sound too pally-pally. So that'd be good. Big shout out going out to Quiffy, the Q project. Great to have him on the last show. That was big stuff. And we introduced the mighty Grooverider. That's just before our Jungle Hour. Brand new from Johnny L, track entitled Micro Days. This is how we do Saturday night, baby. It's the real Bizzle with Fabio. the sound of Johnny L and a track entitled Micro Days. We have got to keep it all short and sweet tonight because we've got so much things to go through on the show. Big up to my driver, when we started to Skegness, now Skegness really was a weird place. I don't know if you've never been there. It's all A roads to go to Skegness. There's no real motorway. And first of all, we had a flat tyre on the way down there. Everything was going good, left out at a good time, didn't want to miss this party. He had a flat tyre. And then he had a broken, what's them things to take the bolts off, James? Wrench. Is it a wrench?
Spanner, yeah.
Yeah, spanner, I think it's called. Anyway, he had a broken spanner and he didn't have any cover. So we were stuck on the motorway and I had to do a bit of improvising. I saw these cars taking a left. So I said, look, just follow those cars. Let's go as far as you can with the ball tyre. We turned the left and we found the motorway maintenance people. And they had like some F1, some Formula 1 kind of business going on. This guy took off the wheel in about 4 seconds. I said, you should be working for Lewis, dog. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, thanks to the guys. They said they're going to be listening. Many thanks to all the guys. I think it's on the M11. It's about junction 10-ish. And they're going to be listening to the show. So that track was for you. I don't know if you're going to be feeling that, but hey. So that was the story of my night last week. I'm going to tell you all that because we are about to burst the charts wide open.
10.
Number 10, we have Original Sin, D for Danger on Players, down 6. 9. Number 9, Clips, Loud and Dirty and Audio Zoo, down 4. 8. Number 8, Adele, Hometown Glory, High Contrast Remix on Ram, up 1.
7.
Number 7, Sharfx, Bambata on Ram Records, new entry.
6.
Number 6, Icicle, Shogun, Assassins Volume 4 on Shogun Audio, new entry at 6.
5.
Number 5, Chasing States, More Than a Lot, they're on Ram Records, again, down 2. Number 4, Break, the Symmetry LP on Symmetry, new entry.
3.
Number 3, Culture Shock, Chronics on Ram Records, new entry again. 2. The highest new entry this week, Distorted Minds, Ho Bass on D-Style, the highest new entry this week in at 2.
1.
This is the One Extra and Radio 1 Drum and Bass Top 10.
Number 1 is the Brooks Brothers, Tear You Down on Breakbeat Chaos, a non-mover. I suspect that is going to be number 1 for a little while longer. Wicked stuff. There's a real Ram Records monopoly going on in our charts at the moment. But number 1 this week, Brooks Brothers, Tear You Down on Breakbeat Chaos. number one. I've never heard the ending of that tune. That is so weird. That's number one this week. The Brooks Brothers, Tear You Down. Also, I just got a kind of made a little bit of mistake in the chart. I said Hometown Glory was on RAM. Of course, it's on XL Records, so apologies to that. Catch the next instalment of the charts next week with the mighty Grooverider, who's back, and his show is banging, trust me. Right, remix time. A remix of one of my favourite tracks in the last 5 to 6 years, I think. A-Sides, What You Don't Know, the remix by Q Project or Total Science. Wicked remix, man. Absolutely loving this. First time you hear it, you don't really catch it right, man. If you've got a good sound system, pump it up and feel the heat. We have System coming up real soon.
Fabio. Beat, space and culture. It's the Fabio. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1. culture. It's the Fabio on Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio
'Sound of Lomax and BC, a track called Compromised. Actually, I don't know if it's called Compromised, I just made that up. I do that sometimes, you know. I just say random names. Like, Vapor done a track once, and I didn't know what to say, because I forgot what the name was. And I said, the track's called Cloverfield. And, and he was raging. He was raging. He was like, Cloverfield. Where the hell did you get that name from? So I'm going to tell you the real name of that before the end of the show, before I get in trouble. Anyways, this year has been a great year for D&B in a lot of respects, and one of the reasons why it's been so good is because there's been so much new talent. And if not, maybe not new talent, guys that have been kind of like doing their thing for the last 2-3 years, bubbling under the surface. A lot of guys have broken through and shown their real talent this year. And that's what's been so good for the scene for me. And one of those guys is my guest here with me today, or tonight. A guy called System. What is up, man?
Easy, Fabio. I'm good. You alright?
Yes, I'm not too bad. Good to see you up in here, man.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me up.
You know, one of the great reasons, one of the good things about you being on here, because a lot of the time I interview people, they're people that I've known for years and years and years, and you're a guy that I know, but I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know a lot about you, where you're coming from and stuff like that. So, you know, give us a little intro, man. How did you get your break in the scene, or what brought you in?
Right, well, there's a track that really has got me noticed, and that's this year. A track called Near Miss.
For real?
It's just come out on digital. Boy.
Big tune, man.
Yeah, it's got a lot of support right throughout the whole ranks.
Yeah,
a lot of DJs have played it, and good club support as well. It's a tune that people recognise. For me, I'm proud. I'm really proud that Near Miss has made such an impact, and that I could actually have something, be able to say that I've had that involvement in drum and bass.
And you haven't had a near miss. It's hit. It's really hit, man.
Yeah.
You hit the bullseye with this track. But what was your kind of entrance point into drum and bass? What was the thing that brought you into the music?
Well, I got into the music when it started evolving in the very, very late 80s, early 90s.
What, for real? You don't look old enough at all.
I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but
damn, for real?
Yeah, I was actually, I was in junior school, so I was sort of 8, 9 when I started listening to the radio.
I'm trying to work it out. Okay, you're still not that old.
Yeah, I'm not that old.
No, you're
all right, you know what, actually, I'll tell you, I'm 30 this month.
Oh, you're so young.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, I'm flattered you've told me that, because I'm starting to feel a little bit, it's hurting me now that I'm going to hit this big 3-0 and...
Hair growing out your ears and stuff like that.
Did you notice?
No. I'm just saying. It hasn't happened to me yet, but hey, I've heard of it, that happens. But, so you've been around since like the early prototype jungle days and stuff like that?
Yeah, the hardcore, rave hardcore days. I got into the music, and I started writing it back then as well. So, really my sort of break into the public as a person involved in drum and bass was as an MC in the mid to late 90s.
Okay.
Started doing clubs and you know, sort of getting out there, working with different DJs, and that's evolved over the years. But the production thing, my first release was in 2005. Even though I've been writing, by that point, you know, I've been writing the music for 15 years. So I've really been writing for myself and for people around me as much as anything. And it's only recently that I'm like, right, okay, you know what?
Yeah, I'm gonna start to break through, man.
Yeah.
And so, like, quickly, you're MCing. Have I heard you? Have you MC'd over my set before?
Yeah, lots.
No, really? Damn.
But you know, the thing is with you, Fabio, I know when you get on those decks, you're one of those DJs that gets in the zone. You know, you get inside the music, in the vibe.
Do you know what, System? You're so right. I am so into the music sometimes that a couple of people came up to me once. They was like, "Man, you know what? I saw you sleeping on the decks the other day." I had my eyes closed. I was in it.
Yeah.
You were sleeping on the decks. How can I sleep, mixes. DJ? You know, you do the maths, but no, that is so true, System. And, you know, you might have MC'd for me more than 20 times and I would not have known. Anyway, your first track, Man, Near Missed.
Yeah.
When is this going to be released? Is this coming out this week?
This came out on Monday the 17th of November, so it's out in the shops, it's available right now.
And you know what? Straight after this, I should know you come from back in the day, because this is really techno influence, man. It reminds me of that kind of prototype Frank de Wolf kind of stage of Belgium R&S kind of stuff and jungle stuff. That kind of amalgam that happened in 91, 92. It's got that kind of feel to it, man. Absolutely love this track. One of the tunes of the year on Digital Soundboy. We have MC System in the house. The track's called Near Miss. It's Fabio. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fabio, 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 Fabio.
MC System. And a track called Near Miss. What do you like being called? System, DJ System, or MC System?
DJ be unfair. Be unfair for all the DJs out there that actually DJ. Even though I mix, but you can't mix system doesn't really work. That can be missing. Do you know what? Actually, that's like when promoters write M with a small C system. Mix system. You can call me Mix System if you like.
Max System, yeah?
Mum calls me Mark.
I think Max System sounds pretty cool.
Oh, no, that's working for me, actually.
It really works, man. Max System.
Max System.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen, Near Miss, because we was just digressing. Yeah. You got this real techno influence in the track, man. And does that come from the Detroit days?
It definitely comes from the early 90s, and as you mentioned earlier on, the amalgamation of music that came from Belgium and the kind of very early rave thing, where you started hearing the breakbeats getting mixed in with a 4-to-the-floor kind of acid loops, and
loved all that, man.
Yeah, but in actual fact, Near Miss has got more. It's a big amalgamation of influences from all over the place for me.
Okay.
And it's also influenced by drum and bass artists who, in the mid-90s, were doing stuff that was influenced by old techno things, like kind of the Omni Trio kind of style, like Johnny L.
Yeah.
You know, people who had picked up on that, and even Source Direct as well.
Of course.
So yeah, for me, Near Miss is actually a massive mix of loads of
many styles. Yeah. And right, we've got loads of tracks. I know you've got loads of tracks, and we've only really got time to punch it from this. Yeah, I know, but I've got this old school thing going on later, man. I've got this old school kind of set that I've got to do. The next track you got coming up is a track called Weapons, is it?
Weapons of Influence. This is absolutely brand spankers, Fabio.
And what?
Brand new.
This is mine, yeah? When you say spankers, you know, dog, don't come bringing things on the show and taking them away, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really roll like that. So if it's, this is mine. Because I can hear from the beats already, this is a cracker.
Okay. Give it a listen, Fabio, and then we can talk afterwards.
All right then, man. All right. Wicked. We have got Max System up in the house. Remember, we've got that old school business happening real soon. We've got the Jungle Book, where our production team has got together with some of the great artists, and it's all hosted by the Grooverider. And we've got MC System in the house. He's doing his thing. Brand new track entitled Weapons. It's Fabio. It's Radio 1.
You're locked on to the Fabio on the BBC Radio 1, 97 to 99 FM.
That is tough. That is street tough, man. So, you know, where did you learn? I mean, you've come in and everything sounds so clean. It sounds like you've been making music for a little while, man.
Yeah.
It really does. And that's why, when I heard Near Miss, I thought, there's no way this could be this guy's first tune. No way on earth. And, you know, as I said, I might have slept on a couple of your tunes back in the day, but Near Miss came at me, man. At 100 miles an hour, I was like, damn. And then you've done stuff like Mystic Relaxation, which I put on the Drum and Bass Arena CD, and that got a lot of love.
Yeah.
And you've got tracks like this, and the future's looking bright, son.
Well, the thing is, for me, it's always been about, I mean, I don't just write drum and bass, so it helps me to write different styles. And as you say, I mean, Mystic Relaxation's soulful, almost summertime-esque, you know.
Yeah, for real.
This track you're playing right now, harder, influenced by the old Blue Note days,
Yeah,
you
man,
know.
you know that.
And
most def.
For me, it's important to come from all those different angles. It's drum and bass, you know. It's not just, I'll go mad if I sit in the studio and write the same tune with the same drum beat
kind of vibes.
Yeah, can't do it.
That can't work. So what you got coming up, man? What's next year? Because this has been a breakthrough year for you, of course.
Yeah.
And, you know, you've linked up with Shy, which is a great label to be with, the Digital Soundboy thing. And who else are you working with at the moment as well, label-wise?
Okay, well, Digital Soundboy is a main focus for me. I'm massively proud to be part of the...
Yeah, man, he's got a solid camp going on over there, man.
Yeah, and so I'm focusing on that. I've got a track on Digital Soundboy coming out called Thought Reform, which is kind of doing the rounds at the moment. And I'm working towards an album for Digital Soundboy at the moment, getting some things done. They're sitting in a hard drive at the moment. That's not going to come out immediately because they've got some other album plans that are in the schedule first.
For sure.
And I'm working with Phil formerly from Source Direct.
Wow.
Phil Source.
I'm going to play a tune at Source Direct and check in the next now.
You have to.
They were incredible duo they were, man.
Amazing, and a big influence for me as well back in the 90s. So
for sure,
for me, it's a really big thing for me to be working with Phil.
Quickly, your MySpace. What's your MySpace, man?
It's simple. It's MySpace/MC System. I've got another one that's got the music on it. MySpace/Lazoon.
Wicked, man. And what about Facebook? You on Facebook?
I've got a little undercover one.
Yeah, no doubt.
Little undercover.
No
one.
doubt. It's got to be undercover.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Facebook for me is for friends, but if you can find me, I might add you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's one of them ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you DJing anywhere, or you just doing the MC thing, or
DJing? I'm keeping exclusive. I'm definitely going to be doing some stuff. I haven't got anything lined up at the moment, but I've had a few inquiries. Yeah, I want to keep that exclusive. And MCing, yeah, busy at the moment. Intrigue, actually.
Listen, man, I am so sorry. This guy, right, has MC'd me so many times, especially at Intrigue, where we always get a nice vibe going on over there.
It's good down
It's a great night. It's one of the best nights around, man. Big up to Ben and all the guys that have represented down there, because they are. And you know, with Ben, he's had some bad luck in the past, man. But he's hit the jackpot with Intrigue, man.
He's dedicated. He's a dedicated guy,
dedicated,
and that's what's done Intrigue away for all of us. Yeah, definitely big up all the lads down at Intrigue.
So anyway, System, really good seeing ya.
Thank you.
When you get the album together, we're going to get you back on.
Okay.
We'll get you back in the studio, and we'll get you to do a mix and stuff like that. But best of luck with Near Miss.
Thank you.
And introduce the last track I'm going to play for you.
All right, this is a little quirky one. This is called The Voices. Slightly left field, a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sticking to the rules too much with this one, so give it a listen. I hope you enjoy it.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, System, you take care of yourself.
Thanks very much for having me.
Man, you know you always represent on the road, so I'll see you somewhere soon.
Yeah, see you soon, man.
Peace.
You're locked onto the Fabio on the BBC Radio 1, 97 to 99 FM. Fabio, 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 Fabio.
Right, I'm on the mic, people. Right, that's it. We want a bit of silence now. Many thanks to MC System, a guy that I am really I'll put my money in him being a massive name next year.
Fabio, 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 Fabio.
We've got a rewind track. Grooverider's here. What's up, dog?
Liquid means rewind, the gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind.
Okay, fam, this week's rewind tracks comes from the Looting. I don't know if you remember a track called Phantom Force a few years ago on Digital's label Function. Well, this is a sort of a remix. Check this out, man, it's sick.
This is how we do. It's the Grooverider on Radio 1.
Track from Grooverider today, the sound of Looting, and a track that does sound like Phantom Force. So I'm going to do something in the same vein by my boy called Eveson. He's done a little thing called Papa Django. This track is nuts. Let's hit those buttons, baby. Absolutely love this track. A little departure in style. This is very rough and ready for Eveson. But this track is bad. Big up Ben from the Insiders. Everyone repping down them corners. Also, big shout to Instrumental. Big shout going out to D-Bridge, Alex Perez, Icicle, Nympho, Sato. There's a lot of guys making some wicked stuff at the moment. It's Fabio, it's Radio 1. We have got Old School Jungle Business coming up after this. I am so sorry I have to cut this track. We are running real short of time tonight. We have got a jam-packed show. That's just the way I like it. A lot of features, a lot of stuff happening. And we are going to run a feature called Jungle Book. And it's hosted by the great Grooverider. It's all about the history of jungle, and we spoke to some big players in the game about what jungle means, what jungle is, and what jungle was. Here we go with the Jungle Book.
Good evening, junglers, and welcome to the Jungle Book. To the jungle, drum and bass. So, this is chapter 1 of the book. It rests here on my lap, and it's all about how your favourite music came about. So get comfortable and let's begin the story. So we're better to start than the very beginning. We're going to rewind 15 years to when jungle music was just laying its foundations. Here's one of the pioneers, Simon Bassline Smith.
In the early 90s, I was one of the DJs that was playing at a lot of the big acid house and rave parties. I started buying more and more tracks that sort of had breaks in. In fact, started buying some hip-hop, playing the instrumentals, speeding up breaks and playing them out just to be a bit different. I don't think anybody kind of planned that there was going to be a new genre of music. I suppose a year or two down the line, it was given a name, which was jungle.
Bring it, selector! Ready!
And here's another jungle legend, Brian G.
It's just been a long train and stopping at all these different stations, and I think like the train started at Acid House. Our experience coming across these rave parties is what led to the whole drum and bass thing.
And here's your boy, Fabio.
It's really figure out where it actually started. I mean, like anything, it starts from kind of numerous strands. You know, a lot of the guys of my age group really were responsible for what we know as drum and bass now. Me and Groove, we've been probably given the credit for the part invention of drum and bass because of Rage, the nightclub at Havent, which was around, I think, from 1990 to 92, 93.
Rage was a jungle mecca, straight up. Let's find out how important this place was. Here's Goldie on his first Rage experience.
I remember going there in like a full-length goose stand, red hot, thinking, I'm great, I'm a cool guy, I'm in London or whatever. So I got in there and I thought, what the f*** is going on in this place? It was like loads of people with their tops ripped off, going mental in this club. Really going for it. And I'm like, what am I doing in this full-length New York goose stand? I'm totally out of place. So that had to change, do you know what I mean? So, you know, get your kit off, really. Once I got in, I was in there every week.
One person who rolled with Goldie around this time was metal as DJ Storm. Here she looks back on those early days.
First time he came to Heaven, he was unsettled because he saw black and white and Chinese and Indian. He really thought it was going to go off, so he stayed upstairs at Rage, very nervous.
31 seconds.
And we said, next time, you need to come down and hear these, who are our gods right now, Fabio and Grooverider, and he listened, and that was it.
There's these two characters, Fabio and Grooverider. Some weeks it would be Groove, some weeks it wouldn't be. Some weeks it'd be Fabio starting, then it'd be Grooverider starting. You never knew which one. You see this silhouette of each, and you think, that's Groove. No, it's not. It's Fabio, because he's got locks. You know, you see a pair of headphones go on, and you get psyched up, then off you go.
That was the real starting point, really. A big major club taking on drum and bass. We was mixing a lot of Detroit techno and German techno with break beats that we used to get on flip sides of house tunes. It was a bit more urban, it was a bit more street, it was a bit more ghetto. We kind of really pushed that sound and started to play more and more of that breaky stuff. Towards the end, it was strictly jungle.
Shy Effects.
When I first went to a party, it was the first time I was seeing like black and white people, Asian people, everyone just down, you know, vibing to the same music. They're the different genres mixed up together. 1 minute you hear like reggae influences, then maybe punk, hip hop. It's just, I don't know, it just felt like something new and exciting was happening at that time.
The
probably sit with 5 people within drum and bass, and they'll probably give you quite different stories into how the history happened.
The one and only DJ Hype.
You know, I don't think there is this one spark that triggered it, depending on what part of London and who you run with. You know, I come from Shut Up and Dance. I had a sound system with them in the 80s. My influences are slightly different to say who Goldie was.
Inner city life was the pressure, was the social conditions, was what every urban family had been going through. We felt pressured, the society, we started to have this explosion of kind of, you know, Oasis, Britpop, all this sort of stuff. But the undertone of what was going on in the UK, from an ethic point of view, was terrible. It was dark what was going on. So I wanted to change that, and I wanted to make people pay attention. There was a plan. There was a plan. There was a plan. There was a plan.
So there you have it, boys and girls. That's how your favourite music came out. No glitz, no glamour. Just a few thousand sweaty people in a London night spot with some quick beats. So join me for Chapter 2, the point where jungle started to grow. Good night.
It's a drum and bass history lesson with Fabio on the BBC.
Many thanks to Grooverider presenting the Jungle Book. And you know one thing that is very, very true. As a guy who went soul clubbing, I've been through reggae stages, dub, soul music, everything. And one massive change about what happened in the 80s and the early 90s was the whole fact that you had Chinese, black, Indian, every race of people that you can think of under one roof. And that had never happened before. It never happened. I grew up in the Thatcher years and before that, the kind of 3-day-a-week stuff that was going on in the 70s. And that was one of the major changes about dance music and raving and stuff like that. You really didn't see colour anymore. And, you know, on a social level, that is one of the most important things to come out of raving. And, you know, people want to say this and that, or, you know, you've messed up the kids and stuff like that. The kids learn how not to see race, man. And even to this day, now you see drummers say basically black and white, you know, as a crowds and producers and everyone involved in the scene. And that's what's so magical about what's happened now, man. As a unification thing, I think it's really underrated culturally how much it's changed things. There you go. That track is Bomb Scare. The reason why I played that track, that is the last track I ever played at Rage. Which finished in, I think, 92, 93. And that was Too Bad Mice, that was on Moving Shadow, and that was sending that one out to Ryan D. He requested that. Great track. As I said, there was many different kind of styles in jungle. It wasn't only kind of like ragga jungle. You had stuff like this as well. On Good Looking Records, one of my favourite tracks from that era, 19.5. It's the old school selection with Fabio. This is how we do until the end of the show. Play some of them great tracks. And remember, if you want to hear more of this, I am down at AWOL straight after this. At the O2 Arena, big things. Big shout going out to Mickey Finn. Also want to pick up some of my old junglists, Danny Jungle. Not forgetting my Southmans, Dillinger, Lemon D, Jumping Jack Frost, Brian G. All the old school crew like Metin, Gary, all the crew that used to come down Rage. Caroline, Unique, Wayne. Damn. Memories, baby, memories. It's Fabio, it's Radio 1.
It's a drum and bass history lesson with Fabio.
It's a big tune.
It's a drum and bass history lesson with Fabio on the BBC. Hit the website bbc.co.uk/radio1. See the listings for the tracks bbc.co.uk/radio1. history lesson with Fabio on the BBC.
Call them, let's big up, 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 let's big up.
Don't worry what tonight the man them out. Sit.
Call them, let's big up, 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 let's big up.
Don't worry what tonight the man them out. Sit.
Call them, let's big up, 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 let's big up. Call them, let's big up, 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 let's big up. Call them, let's big up, 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 let's big up.
Big up in your chest, no matter where you come from.
Call them, let's big up, 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 let's big up.
Big up in your chest, no matter where you come from.
Call them, let's big up, 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 let's big up. Let's big up, 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 let's big up.
Big up with your, big up with your, big up with your chest, no matter where you come from.
Let's big up, 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 let's big up.
Old school business, yes. Before this, we had 19.5, Pesce and LTJ Bookham. That was requested by Paul Ward from London. And this is a personal favourite, All Crew Must Big Up, by the mighty Ronnie Size. I mean, you could select one of many tracks from Ronnie Size. His tracks have aged so well, and this track really, from the mid-90s, from the early 90s, sounds so fresh, man. We're doing the old school business, and unfortunately, you know, we had such an incredible response from everyone out there. You know what, I won't get a chance to play everything, but I'm trying to play as much as I can. And we're going to definitely be doing 2 hours of old school next year. Right, here's another personal favourite by another guy that's been overlooked, really, when it comes to jungle drum and bass, Nookie. A guy who sold me my first ever hip-hop tune, My Melody by Eric B and Rakim, and my first ever house tune, Mysteries of Love by Fingers Inc. Way back on 1987. I bought them tunes on the same day. Incredible. And he made stuff like Gonna Be Alright, You Got Me Burning Up. He made some great tunes. For me, personally, this is his best moment. A track called Only You, a track of rare beauty. You're listening to Fabio, you're listening to Old School.
It's a drum and bass history lesson with Fabio on the BBC.
It's a UK thing, it's a worldwide thing. Drum and bass on Radio 1.
Holographic recognition active.
Sound of Joe and R-Type. What a tune that is, man. That is going to get played later without a shadow of a doubt. And before that we had Nookie Only You. That was requested by Amit Khatri, who's he had a top 10 and he's got some wicked tunes in that. Might play a couple more before the end of the sound system. No, because he said something about Saxon sound system. I got confused then. You know how it is. Big up to all my Swerve crew. Big up to everyone at the end. Remember that it closes just before the end of January. So make sure you check the club out before the end ends. Indeed. Big up to Ryan and everyone who's represented well so over the last 10 or so years at the End nightclub.
All 28 gun bad boy.
You know, sound of a guy called Gerald. A guy who set it off with Voodoo Ray back in the Acid House days, was one of the first guys from the UK to make a house tune. He came with this heinous piece of jungle. 28 gun bad boy. Send this one out to DJ Bailey, to the Intercrew, to everyone that used to go Stearns down there in Worthing, to Robbie Desert, cause this is yours.
Standard drum and bass on Radio 1.
Drum and bass, 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 drum and bass.
Enjoying this, man. Before this track, we had a guy called Gerald, 28 Gun Bad Boy, original jungle beat. I sent that one out to Jan Hasselman, who asked for that. Wicked stuff. And in the background, you know, we talk about liquid funk and stuff like that. And a guy before Caliber, before all of them cats, the incredible Wax Doctor. Because for me, back in the day, I was a big-time Wax Doctor man. He could make tunes so simple, but make them so funky and so deep, man. And not forgetting Alex Reese, also DJ Pulse, all of those guys, man. They were a part of the Cartel. Miss those days, man. Miss those days. Early Speed. And that came out on Metalheads, actually. And when you think about the Metalhead sound, you don't normally associate a tune like that with it. But, you know, Goldie brought out atmospheric funk and loads of tunes in this vein. So, you know, that Metalhead sound wasn't only the kind of Metropolis, Dillinger-esque kind of Kilimanjaro sound. It was also a little slice of this. Anyway, I digress because we haven't got a lot of time. And we're throwing down the jungle, baby. Oh, I feel like I'm in the jungle. I feel like I'm a celebrity. Oh, this tune. I remember Grooverider played this tune. And he just said to me, Fab, I've got this tune to play. And he doesn't normally say things like that. He said, yo. All he said was, yo, you need to check this thing out. And he played it, and I just stood there, and the whole club erupted like an avalanche. And I stood there with my hands in my head in total disbelief at the beeline on this tune. Because this kind of subtle intro gives you a total false sense of security of what is to come. The incredible Babylon by Splash. And if you've got a big system, I don't care what time of morning it is, because you can't play this track low, else you won't get it. It's the old school flavours. It's Fabio. It's Saturday night, Sunday morning. This is how we pump it up.
all of the youth shall witness the day that Babylon shall fall.
It's the drum and bass history lesson.
Setting the standards in drum and bass. Fabio on Radio 1.
I love this track, man. Used to play this track at the Edge down there in Coventry. Big shout going out to Neville. R.I.P. Mickey Linus. Also got to say R.I.P. Mensa. Also Murray, who used to run Dreamscape. Sadly missed promoters who set the standards, so to speak, back in the day, and will never be forgotten. Another person that will never be forgotten, Kemi, of course, of Chemistry and Storm, who passed away nearly 10 years ago. and was a fantastic female DJ and probably one of the most wonderful people you'll ever likely to meet. One of the most gentle and kind people. So this next track's for you, Storm, and it's going out to Goldie and all the Metalheads crew. The track that set Goldie on his way. Track entitled Inner City Life. My father was in this video. And up to this very day, he's got the gold album, gold disc on his wall. And he tells everyone that comes to the house, yeah, I was in this video. But he says that in a Jamaican accent, of course.
Living free.
R.I.P. Chemistry.
I need to feel.
Storm, this is yours.
I need to feel your love.